I'm going to tell you about 80% of people are going to disagree with the way that I use Twitter. And there's no right way to use it, but there's a lot of wrong ways. One of the main things I do is I interconnect my personal and my business. You can find me on Twitter as Dragonfly Tweet. I talk about my life all the time. Do I talk about business? Maybe 10% of the time. What I have found is I've had some clients that say, wow, you really put it out there. And the reason I do that is they get to know me, they know my values, they know my morals, and they know what I stand for. And when people know that about me, they want to do business with me because then they know that I'm going to stand behind their brand the same way. Not everybody does that. A lot of people that have a business account, say Pepsi, doesn't talk about, who they went on a date with. They're not talking about what they're eating for dinner. They're talking about Pepsi. But one company that does it a little bit different is Chipotle. Theirs is Chipotle Tweets. They use social media the right way. They talk about their employees. They talk about the food, the nutritional value in it, but they put a person behind Chipotle, and they want us to know who they are. So even though they might be owned by McDonald's, you can't tell it by their tweets because their tweets are personable. So when you're following people who act like people and not robots, you get more followers. You're not having to use programs to attract followers. They're naturally occurring. And there's all sorts of different ways with that. There's about 55 million people, or about 1/3 of the US population, that uses social media. So if you can connect with that audience, that's huge. That's a lot of people. There's actually 3 different ways that you can do that to get more followers for your Facebook fan page. The first one is the most organic, is you ask. You have to ask your friends that are already your personal friends to do one of 2 things. They want to share the page on their Facebook page or suggest it to friends. They then go into all of their personal contacts, select everybody they know, and send it out. Me personally, I do that every Monday because I accumulate new people that are friends. I send it out and I put a personal message, which the personal message is there some weeks and not. Facebook's been kind of funny the last 6 weeks since they're doing all the changes to fan pages. But I put on there, this is my personal fan page, and I'd really appreciate it if you would like it and if you would share it. The other way is you can do an outside third-party API, which is a sweepstakes. There are very strict rules when it comes to sweepstakes on Facebook fan pages, but they do pay off. So you can pay to get it, and then you can give away things on Facebook. You cannot just say on Facebook, hey, whoever likes this page, I'm going to give the 5th person a free massage. You can't do that on Facebook. If they find it, they can actually shut your page down. You can say, whoever likes the page, and then you give them a link to your website and puts in the code free, gets a free massage. So it's kind of 2 different. You can send them onto your website to do that, which is very beneficial because then you're getting the links back to your website and do that. The third biggest way to get fans is you are paying for them is doing the Facebook ads. Facebook ads do work. You can do them for as little as $1 a day, and you can pinpoint them very far down into a very niche market. I don't ever send out a Facebook ad to more than 20,000 people. And the reason is somebody needs to see that ad 7 times before they click on it. So if you have more than 20,000, how many times are they going to need to see that to go in? Now the first time you do it, you want to do impressions. Normally you're paying about $0.25 per 1,000 impressions. If you do per clicks, you're going to usually pay $1 per click on Facebook. You want to do that a little bit later, but in the beginning you really just want people to see your ad. And you only have, I think it's 120 characters, I might be wrong on that, so you've got to be really tight with your content. And if you're not a professional copywriter, hire one. It's some of that 120 characters is some of the best writing you can have. You want to have a picture that describes what your business is. Your headline is just your fan page, so you can't change that. The biggest thing is to make your website your hub. You want people to come to your website so that they'll call you and they'll buy your product and all that. So if your website is your hub and you have Twitter coming back to your website, you have your Facebook coming back and all those things, that's the name of the game.